I feel like I owe everybody at home a bit of an apology. It has been a very quiet week here for the tribe. Yechida, by the way. It has been a very quiet week here for the tribe, and I've not been putting out the videos that I would normally be putting out. And I think that is a problem that we need to talk about just a little bit. So let's get it done. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the tribe, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bald boy Scribe. How the devil are we all doing? And welcome to your daily dose of Galaxy of Heroes. At least it's what should be your daily dose of Galaxy of Heroes, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about today. I have not been putting out the videos that I normally would be putting out. Normally, as you expect, we're in the middle of Conquest. It's for an amazing, amazing character. I've still got muscle memory for old setups. We're in the middle of Conquest right now. We are literally halfway through, and I have not given you guys step-by-step, sector-by-sector video guides. Normally, this is a staple of this channel. I would go through and we'd look at every single feat within every single sector, and I'll tell you how to get it done quickly and easily, hopefully easily, using various cheeses and things like that to expand people's capabilities at unlocking fantastic characters like we are seeing with Leia Jedi Training, or JTL, I guess is what we'll be calling her, or Jedi Leia for short. Now, the reason I haven't been doing that, and I've been here, I've just been farming Sector 4 since day one, basically, just blasted my way through the entire sectors, getting the feats. The feats in this one are pretty easy, I'll be honest. Getting the feats done and just get to Sector 4 so I can start farming Datacrons, because as an endgame Kyber player, Datacrons are kind of the cornerstone of competitive PvP game modes, both in TW and in GAC. These things are a complete necessity. Now, I personally have not been putting out these videos, and the reason for that is because, one, I did do a guide, an overview guide when we first got the setup. You know, this is how I'm going to go ahead and get Redbox. These are the feats for this Conquest cycle. Should be relatively easy, relatively straightforward, yada, yada, yada. Now, in previous years, when we've had Conquest come to the game, the feats that we were able to do, it was new and exciting, and everybody was needing a little bit of guidance about how to get it done. More recently, when I've been doing these Conquest videos, I feel like I'm just recycling the same content over and over again. And for me, it has sort of destroyed my love of doing these videos. I've always enjoyed trying to find out, nifty little counters, little, abusable mechanics that we can engage in, like, finding a droidica and getting, a bunch of your debuff feats done with it in damage immunity so that you can farm out entire feats without too many issues. Things like that, or Jango Fett when he's in damage immunity, or whatever, because there used to be loads of cool ways that you can do that. It feels like over the years, CG have sort of systematically shut down the various options that we have to do these fun cheeses and the specific Datacron setups and things like that. And they've replaced them with things that are quality of life, don't get me wrong, like the feat training droids data disk. This one over here is custom made to help you farm your feats. If you get this, you equip it, the enemy team cannot die unless the leader is dead, and they cannot be killed unless it's by an insta-kill. So it's given you a sort of setup whereby you can farm your feats. And whilst this is a good thing, it is a good thing, it is also a bit, in my experience, of a double-edged sword, okay? Because what this essentially does is it strips away that theory craft. It takes away the enjoyment of finding a cheese and just says, well, there you go, here's your easy option. And I know why they've done it. It is a good thing for a lot of people. I don't tend to use it myself. I find it a little bit frustrating to engage with because you're always ending up wasting energy unless you can come up with a comp that also has an insta-kill. And it's just, I don't know, it becomes a little bit of a faff, and I'm not fully on board with it, okay? So when I look at that, my desire to make these videos, these Conquest guides, just bottoms out. It really does. They take a lot of effort. I have to sit down and record and edit for several hours each day. And because of how YouTube video guides in the Galaxy of Heroes sort of ecosystem, the niche of Galaxy of Heroes within YouTube operates, it is a case of first come, first served. You have to sort of get those videos out immediately. So there'll be a bunch of people. There'll be like me, there'll be Vexatron, there'll be Bit Dynasty. We'll all be trying to rush through the early sectors to push out these videos as quickly as possible, right? And it is a level of stress that I just wasn't enjoying, especially when I didn't feel like there was much ingenuity going on there, and I didn't feel like I was really bringing value to the community by putting out these videos. Now, I might be wrong on that. I might well be wrong in that approach. I think Xaereth also does like a day one red box video guide as well, where he shows his setup, how he goes through and does it in like 5 hours or something like that, which is, you know, props to him. I do have a high level of pain threshold for the monotonous content, but not even I could sit through and do red box in day one. I just like to go to Sector 4 day one. But I digress. I guess the thing that I'm trying to say, and I think this is slightly indicative of the broader epidemic that I'm having with Galaxy of Heroes content at the moment, is that it feels like the fun is getting sapped out of it at the moment. It feels like the fun is getting sapped out of it. It doesn't feel to me like there's much room for individuality and growth and fun, I guess. And I've done this channel for 6 years, and I've done it mostly because I really enjoy the game, and I enjoy having fun things, and I enjoy experiencing new things, and I love making videos and stuff like that. I do enjoy the process. My phone going off, apologies. But in particular for this, I'm having a hard time now. I'm having a hard time finding the fun, boys. That's the issue. So I want to send out an apology first and foremost. I'm sorry that I haven't done Conquest videos this time round. I'm sure that there's plenty of content out there for people who want to find it. I imagine people like Vex, people like Xaereth, people like Bit Dynasty have probably got video guides out there. There's probably other content creators that have got guides out there as well. That is not me, okay? So I'm sure you guys aren't struggling. Now, on the flip side, if you guys really do still enjoy watching my content in Conquest and stuff like that, because we did the same thing with Galactic Challenges. You know, when Galactic Challenges was a thing, that would be constant repeatable content that you could do, usually with like fun setups and sometimes with balls-stakingly painful concepts like having to use Jawas or Ewoks in the Galactic Challenge and stuff like that. We used to do it then, and eventually I died off that because it felt like we have unlayered the onion, as it were. There wasn't anything new to explore. It was just more or less the same feats with more or less the same enemies and more or less the same data disks that allow us to do what we do. So it felt like I wasn't bringing anything new to the table, just rehashing old content. And whilst that can be quite good for a content creator, there's only so long that I can do that without losing my marbles. But like I was trying to say, if you guys do actually enjoy watching my content in Colosseum, in Conquest and stuff like that, I can bring it out. I definitely have the same issue with Colosseum, by the way. Once Rotter the Hutt came to the table, it was like, okay, Rotter is basically going to do 90% of all of the heavy lifting, either solo or in a team. Once you've gone through the bosses once, we've now got a month of the same thing every single day. I'm not going to keep on pushing out the same content for, 5% improvement in your performance in Colosseum. That's not engaging to me. That's like, okay, cool. There's only so much I can do. I just wish I had the desire to do something like that, but I want to do something that's a little bit different, a little bit fun. This is why I like covering news and development and speculation and theory crafting, because that to me is interesting. It's new, that's what gets me excited about the game, what's coming next. And we know stuff is coming, right? But if you do want to see a return of more scheduled, regular content like that, please let me know in the comment section, and I will try to get over myself and just put out the content without trying to, lose my mind due to boredom. So anyway, I've had a week off. The GAC week has been, the off week of GAC has happened. We're now going to see a reshuffling of the scheduling for when GAC attack phases go live, which has had a negative impact on some people, a positive impact on others. On me, maybe not the greatest setup for when GAC attack phase goes live, as you try to stream it and stuff like that. It becomes a little bit more awkward for someone like me, but we will make do. I will try my best to get those out still. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you could comment comment down below, tell me what sort of content you would like to see, and I'll see about doing it. I'll keep putting out guides and videos and stuff like that, and I'll definitely keep on top of all the news, so you guys can come here and have a chat about it. But if not, catch me in my live streams. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.